What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today we're going to be continuing with all of the 4-star pictures and requests in new Pokemon Snap. Fantastic, we're now more than halfway done with the game. I don't know where my face went in this scene. My face is back, great. We are going to be doing the Sands today, not the casino. And first of all, I just want to thank you guys because this isn't the most popular game. Obviously, when Nintendo doesn't release weekend launch numbers, it's not a popular game. They launched it in April or the very end of April. It's not going to be a popular game. But I read through the comments because there's not a lot of them. And when you leave like beautiful comments that are like, without this, I'd be lost. I'm like, you know what? Gotta power through, so all 20,000 of you guys can see this, so thank you. I'm used to my series being more popular, but then again, we don't really cover the spin-off games. But I'm having fun finding these, so let's hop into this. In today's video, we're going to be covering the 4-star locations and requests of Skorupi, Cacnea, Sandshrew, Trapinch, Flygon, Kangaskhan, Mandibuzz, Minior, Silicobra, Torchic, Heliolisk, Lycanroc, Hippowdon, Tyranitar, and Onix. Vivillon is here, as well as Pinsir, but we already have 4-star photos of them, so we're not going to be doing that again. And there is one quest here that requires us to be in level 2. The rest of them we can do in level 3. And fun fact, when I started playing this morning, I didn't have level 3 unlocked, so I was just kind of like experimenting on what I can do on level 2. And I was pretty much able to do everything other than like 4 of these or something, which was pretty fun. But anyways, I do recommend being on max level or the highest level that you can be when going into this, unless I specifically specify, like I am now. For the one and only quest that we need to do, Sweltering Sands Day Level 2, this is going to be for Cacnea in the Sandstorm, and the quest called The Flying Cacnea. This is going to be for a 4-star photo and the completion of the quest, and all you have to do is literally nothing. You might want to like turbo and zoom in order to get your timing right, but essentially this Cacnea right here is going to get swept up in this twister, sandstorm, tornado, I don't know, this wind, right? He's not going to like this, not going to like this. And anytime that he is airborne, that is a 4-star photo. You might get lucky and get him facing you, but probably not. So yeah, anytime that it's in the air, it's going to be a 4-star photo and completion of the quest, The Flying Cacnea. Almost a great photo. Great. For everything else, we can be at max level, or 3, whatever you want to be at. I think there's a few we're going to be able to get all at the same time. I think this Heliolisk always blocks your way, and it's such a pain in the bum. Although that's a great photo, wow, okay. Right at the beginning area, you have this sandstorm, and it's in between these 3 flowers. You want to hit all 3 of these flowers. And the reason the sandstorm is going on is because there's a Flygon in the middle. So now we want to throw down a whole bunch of fruit right in the middle. And anytime Flygon is right here with the sand and grabbing an apple, that is going to be a 4-star photo. As we approach the end of the level, you're gonna see the Flygon still holding the apple because he's hungry for apples, but he's actually one of the few Pokemon who doesn't eat it. Instead, he's going to be feeding it to these Trapinch down here. You want to take a photo of the Flygon in that downward position, and that downward position is going to be the completion of the quest as well as a 4-star photo. And the Trapinch, when they are hopping up from the ground, that is going to be a 4-star photo as well. This Flygon, we also got all 4 stars here, fantastic. Like I said, anytime that he is picking up the apple in the beginning of the course, that is a 4-star photo, and at the end, it's a little finicky, but essentially how this photo has him holding the apple, that is completion of the quest. That is completion of the quest, Where Did the Fluffruit Go? This Trapinch right here, I have gotten it to be 4 stars while it was in the sand, being fed. My notes here say Trapinch, being fed is a 4-star. So let's run that again and try to get that. So generally all of these 20-minute videos that you see is usually like 90 minutes of consecutive recording, or just like integer recording with me doing all these clips. So I want to get really close here for this Flygon feeding picture because he's going to drop it right down in the middle, and I want to focus on this Trapinch before he gets there. Please remain focused on Trapinch. Hopefully Flygon doesn't get in the middle of us. Don't get in the middle of us, dog. And they do this little hop. And they're gonna be super happy, yay, food. When it is in the ground about to be fed, that is a 3-star photo. When it hops out and it's in the air, also still a 3-star photo. But then once it lands, that's a 1-star. But then once it gets excited to be fed, that is a 4-star. And then once it's done being excited, it goes back to a 1-star. And then when it sees the food is a 2-star. And then when it is eating is a 2-star. So the 4-star is during the animation that it is excited to see the Flygon and the food. There you go. That's my previous one. This one should probably be better. This Trapinch is a much better photo. And this Skorupi, you want to hit it with the Life Orb, and that's a 4-star photo as well. This Skorupi is also the completion of striking a pose with its tail. If they're too far apart, you have to orb them both individually, but if they're close enough like they just were, then you're going to be able to get them both with one hit. For this Skorupi, anytime that they are going to be standing up like this, that is a 4-star photo, but to complete the quest properly, you need to make sure that you have a photo of both of them in the same frame. After you then get that photo, you can come back and get them individually. Skorupi, yeah, barely better. I should probably get that left one and do it earlier. Over here, we have this Hippowdon and this Torchic. For this Torchic, we're gonna throw a Life Orb at it, and then we're gonna throw down an apple. This Torchic is then gonna do a really powerful flamethrower, and he's gonna be like, oh, what happened to my apple? And if you submit a photo of him doing the flamethrower and the apple is still existing in the picture, that is completion of a Finicky Flame. Throw some orbs on this Hippowdon over here, and throw orbs on this Torchic. If you get them early enough, great. Torchic is going to jump on top of Hippowdon. Fantastic. This Torchic, when it's doing flamethrower on the apple, that is a 4-star photo, as well as while it is on top of Hippowdon. For this Hippowdon, anytime that Torchic is on its back, that is going to be a 4-star photo, and as long as you have a photo of both of them, that is going to be completion of Oasis Buddies. Not nearly as good for the pose, but the size was much better, so that's interesting. This is also weird. He's facing directly at me, but because I can't see his eyes, and in the right one I can see his eyes, I got a better direction. What's the name of what's the term for an animal when its eyes are separated like that?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm recording right now. Is there a term for when animals have eyes on either side of its head instead of the front of its head?
Monocular. I'll send you in text.
Monocular or binocular?
Mono. So M-O-N-O.
Monocular vision.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Texting that to you right now.
That's Eric. He's the merch manager for the channel. Help support him and his love of animals by buying some merch at austinjohnplays.com/merch. So yeah, monocular vision animal. So maybe it works a little bit differently for them. While we're over here, you see that Heliolisk? If you throw apples in the water right next to it, there's a chance that you could spawn a Magikarp. It seems to be a little bit past the island. I want to keep an eye on this Heliolisk over here. I've also seen it if you were to hit him and it bounces off of him and then it lands in the water. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be very consistent. That, or there is a consistency. Oh, there's Magikarp. Great. Heliolisk. And if you get him running on the water, hopefully not in the grass like I did, then that is going to be a 4-star photo for you and completion of the quest Sprinting in Surprise. Wow, that's a great Heliolisk picture. But like I said, anytime that it's running on the water, oh golly, I hope you get a better picture than this one. Even my first one's not that great. That is going to be a 4-star photo and completion of Sprinting in Surprise. Oh, different frames of this are also going to nail you a 2-star and 3-star, but I got this one of him being so happy, not gonna happen. This Heliolisk, yep, this blank stare right at me is a better photo than this super cool one with him looking over his shoulder. It's a shame. So I just want to give you guys like a little fun behind the scenes here. When I do a run, I usually redo it again because for me, I want to make sure that I can recreate it on a whim. And only if I'm able to recreate it, do I include it in the video. And sometimes I get like these much better photos on the second run, and sometimes I edit them so it's one cohesive edit, and sometimes I don't. So like, I'm doing this run right now just so I could get that better Trapinch picture, but having recently reviewed all of the photos and all of the 5-stars, I'm like, well, I know for a fact that I can get like a better Torchic if I just orbit and then I throw the apples closer to me. Hungry for apples? Like, yeah. If he was a little bit higher, that would have been better. I also think that there's a timer for this Hippowdon torchic interaction. Yeah, no? Oh no, got him to go again. So here, let's try that on focusing on this Hippowdon. Oh, he did a yawn! Yeah, look at that big old yawn. He's a tired boy. And this torchic, like I said, even though this is a much cooler photo with the fire and seeing what he's actually setting ablaze, this is a better photo because the size is everything. I need to experiment more with direction on monocular animals, Pokemon. Because like, yes, it does look like his eye is looking directly at me. So maybe that's considered his forward because he has one eye directly at me. I don't know. Fantastic. Now we are going to be doing Lycanroc, Tyranitar, and Onix, which all require the alternate route. There is going to be Lycanroc and Tyranitar, which cannot be done at the same time. And also there's a weird split with Mandibuzz, but I'll explain that in a little bit. So first, if you do not interact with Lycanroc at all, he's going to hop down here. Make sure you decide to take the alternate route and wait until after he hops down to choose the alternate route. Because if you hit scan while he's up there, he may go toward his 4-star photo. So anyways, this Lycanroc is going to be down here and T-Tar is chilling down here as well. I think it'll automatically go to the left, but I think you can also tempt it early with a Fluffruit trail. And now they're going to sort of like square off. And Tyranitar is going to scare it, and it's going to go into this hole. And now you want to throw an Infinity Orb over at T-Tar, and he's going to wham! And he's going to hit that wall, and then the wall's going to sink into the floor again. He's going to show you his butt, and then he's going to go in that hole. So this Tyranitar, when it is smashing the rock and looking totally flippin' awesome, that is going to be totally cool Tyranitar. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a much better photo. Nice. Now, we can also get the 4-star Onix picture as well. You see that one Mandibuzz over there? We're going to need to hit it, but we also need to hit these two over here. Now, you don't need to be super duper early. You really don't. You can be very casual about this. Excuse me. Just make sure you get those two before you're out of easy Fluffruit range, and then this one is a high throw. There we go. Did that count? Yes, that counted. Perfect. And then all three are going to fly off at different times, obviously, because you hit them at different times above this ridge. What is a group of vultures called? A group, I think it's called a funeral or a murder or something like that. No, a murder is crows. A group of vultures in flight is called a kettle, while the term committee refers to a group of vultures resting on the ground or in trees. Well, look at that. We're learning things about Pokemon all the time. So this kettle of Mandibuzz, maybe it's closer to 15 seconds. There we go. So this kettle of Mandibuzz is going to be flying around. You want to stare at the ground and eventually you're going to see a little bit of a stirring going on. I recommend 6 photo bursts for this because it's going to happen very fast. You have a very small time frame. Fantastic, that is your Onix picture. Onix, while it is in the air doing this jump, that is going to be completion of Onix's Mighty Leap and as well as, you know, it being a 4-star photo. I don't believe there's any special criteria as long as you see Onix in the air, and I also have never gotten a shot of Onix in the air without the Mandibuzz, so you're probably always going to submit a photo with the Mandibuzz. I do not know if the Mandibuzz is actually required for completion of the quest. And this Onix, a 3999. It's okay, we already got the crystal one. Crystal Onix confirmed. Next up, we are going to be doing the 4-star Lycanroc photo, as well as completion of the request Lycanroc's reply. Once you come to the top of this hill, you're going to want to zoom in and see this Lycanroc. You're going to want to intermittently hit your scan button until you pique his interest. There you go. Now his interest is piqued, and you're going to see him turn around. That's going to prevent his confrontation with Tyranitar, and then he's going to start going this way. Oh, make sure you go that way. Almost missed it. See that Mandibuzz over there? That Mandibuzz is going to be the one to get you the 4-star photo, but if you do this Lycanroc quest, then you forfeit the Mandibuzz. You're going to hit the scan button again, and then he's going to run over here. He's going to do a little hop, and he's going to howl. He's going to do it 2 times, so you can fast forward after the first one, before the second one. and that is your 4-star photo of Lycanroc. Anytime he is up there howling, that's going to be a 4-star photo. And there's also much more zoomed in than my last one, which is nice. It's a shame because I love the aesthetic of this one just so much more. Ah, so close to a diamond. So close. And for the last one that we're going to do during the day, this is going to be a 4-star Mandibuzz photo, as well as completion of its quest called Munching Mandibuzz. They are 2 separate events that happen in the exact same place, or right next to each other, I should say. Once we make our way over the hill, we need to confirm that Lycanroc is going to jump down. We have confirmed he is going to hop down, and now we can hold down the Z. So, you see this Mandibuzz over here? It wants to eat an apple, and it is looking at this group of fruit over here, which if you scan it in a little bit, you see a custom thing for it. Fantastic. When it is swooping down, that is a 2-star photo. When it has the fruit in its talons and it is still down next to the ground, that is a 4-star photo. While it is flying away with the fruit is a 1-star photo. So your window for the 4-star photo is very small, so much that this horrible photo is somehow better than this horrible photo. And every time you replay these stages, you have a chance at a better Heliolisk. Like I said, anytime that it is swooping down and grabbing the apple, that is going to be a 4-star photo. Good luck with the timing. By the way, something adorable I want to share. If you throw an apple onto Cacnea, it will stick to its pricks. How adorable is that? This game is literally bursting with charm. It really is. So much so. Bandai Namco made this game. The people who made Pac-Man and the Pac-Man collections made this game. You know, for the Mandibuzz quest, you see that Mandibuzz bone and a little bit of hair sticking out, right? You need to, it's gonna walk out on its own and then it's immediately gonna fly away. So you need to throw a whole bunch of apples, I recommend, all 6 apples over here, so that way it doesn't fly away. Hungry for apples? And as long as it sees the Fluffruit, it won't fly away, and it flew away. As soon as we go this direction, we're gonna start throwing apples, right? And it's gonna be hard because they might despawn, but if it locks onto at least one of them, then it won't fly away, or at least not immediately. I threw them too far. Please don't fly away, please don't fly away, please don't fly away. It did not fly away. It's currently eating an apple. Great. It can eat more than one. I have seen it eat more than one. So essentially, you could just keep feeding it over and over and keep getting this photo better and better. That's a great photo. Wow. See, this is why I like when I re-record and I make sure that it's gonna work and it's gonna be a good photo. Like, I've seen some tutorials online and they don't show you the scoring, and I'm like, well, how do you know it was a 4-star photo? Anyways, the eating is not a 4-star, it's only a 3-star. But also, its celebration is a 3-star, but I think in order to complete it, you have to have it down, like, during the eating animations. I now realize these last photos, it has its bottom half cut off a little bit, and that might be an issue. 2,000 on size, 1,000 direction. But so because it's not eating the apple, the pose isn't nearly as good, even though it's so dead on. Wow. It actively eating the fruit, because of that pose, it's a better photo. And that's also completion for the quest that you need, which is Munching Mandibuzz. Now we're gonna head to night for 4.5 things that we have to do. The very first one that I want to go over is Sandshrew, just because it's right at the beginning and you're going to retry many, many times in order to get it. So once we pass these Skorupi, thank you guys, if you look to this ridge, you're going to see Sandshrew fly up, and you need to nail one with an apple, as I did not. You do have 2 more chances with them coming over here, or essentially 1 more chance, because you're not going to be able to hit 2 at the same time. Oh, we got it! First try. The 4-star photo is anytime that Sandshrew is coming out of the circle, about to stand up, including like right here. So it's essentially like while it's in the middle of bailing, that is going to be your 4-star photo and your completion of the quest. Roll and stop. Next up, we are going to be doing the Silicobra photo and quest, which is called Revenge of Silicobra. And how it works is real simple. As you start the level and you pass these Skorupis over here, you're going to see a Silicobra on the right-hand side. You're going to boop him. He did not enjoy being booped. He's a moody boy. You did not like that, right? Nope. Nom nom nom. He's going to eat the dirt and go into the ground. If you look to your left, you're going to see a tongue stick up. That is his second location. You once again have to boop him. Good job booping him. Once we come over this hill, we're going to want to take the left path. You can even see his tongue sticking out a little bit right there. Make sure you choose the left path. And this is the hard part because you need to boop him again, and there's an interaction with him and Lycanroc. But Lycanroc likes to cut in front of you. So you need to kind of wait until you pass the path of Lycanroc and the Silicobra. See, he cut me off again. You need to get a photo, and it needs to be focused on Silicobra during that sand attack. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, it's a 4-star photo during that sand attack. It's almost exactly the same as my last photo. My last one was slightly more centered. But that is going to be your 4-star photo and your completion of Revenge of Silicobra. Oh, it was slightly better, because the size was slightly better. I guess less of its body is covered by Lycanroc. Oh, it can also be a 3-star photo. So, that too. I want to take a hot second and just tell you how to do hide and seek in the desert. As soon as you pass this rock, you're gonna see a Trapinch over here. Take some photos of it. Yep, confirmed. It is just the 1-star photo of seeing it. That's it. Okay, next up we are going to be doing the quest entitled Kangaskhan's Parenting, as well as getting a 4-star photo of Kangaskhan. Now, you don't need to interact with the first Kangaskhan, although, fun fact, if you hit it with an apple, it'll turn around and yell at you just like the original Pokemon Snap 64 game, which I think is just like a beautiful touch that they put in there. Oh, I almost missed it. This Minior, when it falls down, you need to orbit. Fantastic. And then this Minior with the orange core, he's going to come out and he's going to head over here. Oh, very, very slowly. Don't hit the turbo button at all. But anyways, this Minior with the orange core is going to make his way over here to the Kangaskhan for the parenting. Excuse me, Verlis. You're in the way. When Minior comes over to Kangaskhan, Kangaskhan's going to be like, oh, wow, check out this Minior. That's so neat. My baby wants to play with it. That's some adorable photo right there, man. Anyways, you want to throw an apple. Try not to boop it. And... nope. I booped it. When it's holding its little one and playing with it, that is a 4-star photo. Think the baby is considered the center of the picture. So technically, you do not need the baby to be in the center of the frame at all. You need the adult Kangaskhan to be in the center of the frame. I'm not too sure yet, though. While that is a really awesome 4-star photo, that's not the quest. You need to feed it. We have to free the Minior. Let's do a scan to find it. There it is. There's the Minior with the orange core. It's not always going to be an orange core, by the way. The color is sometimes different. You need to throw apples up here, because it's hungry for apples. And you need to get it right next to him. And if it's still there, please don't tell me. Oh, yes, yes. It didn't despawn. Okay, so now we got this Minior and his core is violent. I'm prone to violence. You'd be surprised to see the rage that I get when I take 7 pictures and there's one just like it. Anyways, when this Kangaskhan is super busy with the Minior and the baby, you can even boop it. I think you can boop it right now, as long as it's in the middle of the animation. Why'd you walk away? You're not supposed to walk away. You're supposed to acknowledge the fruit. Why are you eating it? Don't eat it. I don't want you to eat it. I want you to give it to your baby. Your baby is hungry. When was the last time you fed your baby? You're a bad parent. Okay. When they are playing, I'm going to throw this fruit down. And when it is done playing, it's a little... Why'd you turn away? Oh, do it, do it, do it. I just reviewed my old footage, and in my old footage from the first time I did this, I actually threw an apple, wait till it ate, and then the second time it ate the apple, it fed it to its baby. Excuse me. And I'm gonna throw a bunch of apples. So it's gonna be able to choose whichever apple it wants. It also didn't walk away in my original footage. Oh, but it's doing it. It's feeding the baby. It just fed the baby. And the baby is happy. I do not know the criteria in which the baby will eat and the mother will not. If you do exactly what I just did, then the Kangaskhan will feed the baby. The picture you're gonna end up saving forever is definitely gonna be the one of it holding up the baby, but you do need a photo of it feeding the baby just like that, and then that's going to be the one you need for the quest to be complete, being the Kangaskhan's parenting. Okay, we have only one quest left, and it involves a lot of very precise timing, and it's very easy to do if you know D-pad shortcuts. If you've never even messed with the D-pad during this game, it does several things. If you hit right, you're gonna go 90 degrees to the right. If you hit left, you're gonna go 90 degrees to the left. And it's not locked to wherever you're looking, it's locked to your cart's direction. So if I'm slightly right, I'm like, I don't know, 10 degrees to the right, it'll go that additional 80 degrees and then it slaps back 90 right to the, you know, facing forward again. If I hit down, I immediately look behind me and there's no transition. So because of that, it's a lot faster than if I were to hit right, and it's a lot faster than if I were to just hold both sticks right, and it's a lot faster than if I were to hold one stick right, either being the left stick or if I were to hold the right stick. So the fastest way to go between looking forward and back is going to be just hitting the down button, hitting it again, that brings you forward, okay? And hitting the up button will automatically bring you back to facing forward, but you're going to scroll, okay? So that down button is going to be an immediate 180 toggle, and I recommend you knowing that. And this concludes your D-pad tutorial. Soon as we start, we're going to hit right on the D-pad, look down, and throw an orb, and that's going to be the first and hardest Minior that a lot of people have trouble with. Okay, since I originally recorded this, I found a more optimized strategy, so we're going to hit right on the D-pad, immediately look down, throw an orb. We're going to hit down on the D-pad, look slightly to the right, and we're going to scan. You see the little circle at the top where it says Minior Meteor form? You want to throw just above the circle where it says Minior. If by this point you didn't get it, I recommend restarting. Hit right on the D-pad, look down, throw an orb, hit down on the D-pad, scan. You're going to throw this above the circle. If you think you're hitting it, chances are you're hitting it too low. You want to throw above the circle. Not good enough? Throw above the circle even more. Boom, hit down on the D-pad again. We're going to scan. We're going to find the one over here on the left, but there's also one on the right. The one on the left is going to be out of range first. Now we're going to scan again. We're going to find this one. Perfect, hit down on the D-pad again, and you're gonna find this one that's sticking out from the ground. Hit down on the D-pad again, and we're going to find our 7th and final one. I'm actually slightly ahead of my time, which is nice. And then we could just reach over here. Perfect, that is all 7, you are done. Any other Minior on the course are completely optional and not necessary at all. As we know, obviously, this one right here is required for the Kangaskhan parenting. And the ones at the end of the course do not matter. Oh, I got the Violent Core again. So, because we found all 7 of the Minior all throughout here, we're going to very slowly crevice the hill. I'm joking, you could hold down the turbo button because this is an irrelevant time. Off in the distance, you're going to see all 7 of the Minior just show up. Oh, they came over the right side. I thought they came forward. And these 7 Minior are going to be your 4-star photo and your completion. It's not very Roy G. Bivy. And what's the first one? Is that teal? That's indigo. I thought indigo was much more purpley of a color. Indigo was part of the rainbow, right? And then it got taken out, like Pluto. But yeah, the D-pad makes that really, really easy to do. If you don't use the D-pad, you're gonna have a much harder time. Great, we're done here. So you know how I like to look up the terms for, you know, groups of Pokemon? Well, these are meteors, so I guess it would technically be a meteor shower. So whenever you have a photo of the meteor shower, that is going to be a 4-star photo. And do keep in mind, you generally only have to focus on one for the best photo possible. If you focus on the whole group, it's a much cooler photo, but not as many points. Boom, there we go, diamond quality. The last one, we were focusing on this orange core, and that's what you get. You gotta focus on the red. The red's the best color. If you don't believe me, look at the channel logo. Great, we're done here. Well, there you go, guys. That is going to be how to get all of the Pokemon in the sands. The day 2, the night, the one random quest that you have to be at the night for a 1-star, all of them, you're done. Good luck with the D-pad training. I'm serious, if you're having trouble with the Minior quest, practice the D-pad. And just take some time, scan the area, and really start to like understand where all of them are. It makes it so much easier that way. Well guys, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin Sean out.